What is going on, guys? My name is Alex. Welcome back to a brand new video. And in this video I'm gonna show you guys exactly 5 real quick editing ways to make your videos more epic. And it has been a very long time since I sat right here, so I'm super glad to be back. So I would say, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started right after the intro. Alright guys, so we're going to start off with the very first step.
Number 1. Review footage.
This is basically a technique that I always do. That is basically reviewing my footage. Doesn't matter what kind of video I shot. If it's just an intro for a tutorial I do, or any kind of other video, I never just throw all my footage in Vegas Pro and start editing right away. I always drag in clip by clip and watch them completely. Even though they're maybe 40 seconds long or 2 minutes, I will always review my footage first, so I kind of get an idea what do I want to, apply on these videos and on these clips. What kind of overlays do I want and transitions. So reviewing your footage is very, very important. I'm just going to show you guys what I mean with that.
Okay, so right now I'm editing the video that you're watching right now, and what I always do is I just open up a brand new program and I just make sure that I saved everything. This is basically the folder with all the things I need, the transitions, everything like that. So this is the only clip that I shot of today's video. So what I do is I just go ahead and drag this guy into Vegas Pro. And then what I do is I just lay this down into my timeline. I'm just putting down the camera, as you can see, and I just watch this completely, from start to finish, and then I see, okay, what kind of filters can I apply on that? So let's say that you shot, for example, a short movie and that you have 10 of those clips in your timeline. Just make sure to, for example, if they are just loose, for example, like this, make sure to just go ahead and separate these. Then you can just real simple go ahead and actually watch them clip by clip, and then you can decide like which filter would fit best for which clip and which color correction preset, anything like that, which overlay. So just watch your video first before you start editing, so you have a clear vision of what your video will look like.
So reviewing your footage is one of the most crucial things to make your videos more epic. Take the time to, think about transitions, overlays, filters, anything like that. So that is really important, and let's move on to step number 2.
Number 2. Try out plugins.
Okay, so since the release of Vegas Pro and Sony Vegas years ago, we always had like, oh, we need to do what we want to do with what we have. Nowadays, there are a lot of more, possibilities and everything like that to create better videos. Obviously, all the Vegas Pro versions and Sony Vegas from years ago come with standard transitions and standard filters, brightness and contrast, color correction, anything like that. And also, for example, fonts if you want to add in text. But sometimes you're thinking like, I want something, better than the standard things that are in Vegas Pro or any other software. If it's Premiere, if it's After Effects, that is where plugins come in real handy. For the people who don't know what plugins are basically little presets, made by other people or other companies that you can use in your editing software. For example, new transitions, way more advanced and, than the standard ones that your editing software comes with. And you also have, overlays and filters that you can apply, color correction presets, for example, like cinematic ones. So just try out different plugins. And obviously, if you want to say, okay, I'm going to pay for these plugins, make sure that you choose them wisely, because once you pay for them, you have to actually be satisfied with them. Because if you're a little bit unsure about, buying a preset, download the trial version, try it out, and once the trial is expired, usually after a month or so, you can decide, okay, I'm gonna literally buy these plugins. I want to use these, continuously in my videos to make them better. That's a really important thing. Try out new plugins, try out different transitions, different, filters over your videos. That can really make a difference, and your videos can turn from amateur to a lot more epic with just using plugins.
Number 3. Explore new transitions.
Okay, so the third step is kind of, the same as the previous step, which is use new transitions. Vegas Pro and other softwares have all standard transitions that the software comes with. But for example, if you want to have something new and unique, you gotta say, okay, I want to try something else. Now, obviously, there are also, transitions that you don't need to pay for necessarily. For example, a glitch transition. You can just find a glitch transition real simple on YouTube and put that over it. But what you can also do is check out, for example, the Sapphire plugin. They have also very good transitions, and obviously some of these transitions are paid, some of them are free. So using transitions, for example, going from a different clip can actually make your videos a lot more better. Because using transitions can actually make your videos a lot more epic if you just, for example, use a transition that's from a plugin that has a lot of, for example, like a burning transition instead of just a swiping transition that comes standard with editing softwares. Using transitions and custom transitions as well is just something to consider, because let's say that you're tired of all these, the simple transitions that the program comes with. 9 out of 10, you just want to go ahead and switch to, plugins, external ones. That is basically a really good tip in order to create better videos and make them more epic. Just try out different transitions, different filters. That's going to take your video to a whole lot higher level.
Number 4. Use filters.
The fourth one is using filters. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to apply 100 filters on it, because let's say that you want to use a really simple one, which is also free, that I use as well, and that a lot of cinematic, videos have, which is a LUT filter. Now, this is a LUT filter. It takes a little bit more orange and blue, because this one is called orange and teal under the LUT filters, obviously. But if you just disable the LUT filter, for example, and just add in a little bit more brightness and contrast to it like that, that can also work. But let's say that you can also use a little bit more color correction, for example, adding a little bit more blue. That can also just make your videos a lot more epic, because dragging your video into your timeline and then don't apply any filters on it, even though if it's just a little bit of brightness and contrast, it can just make your video a whole lot better, and people will experience it a lot more than just regular footage that's just shot from the camera without any effects on it.
Number 5. Take all the time you need.
So the last step is obviously take all the time you need, because I'm pretty sure that anytime you just film the video, doesn't matter who it is, if it's you or someone else, a friend, if they film the video, they already know, for example, like the upload date or the publish date of that video. For example, if I'm filming a video right now, I would like to go it out, for example, later today or tomorrow, or if, for example, in the weekend. Your time to edit videos is crucial, because let's say that you're working towards a race on the clock. You don't have all the time you need in order to think about what you can do. For example, oh, I just shot this video, but I don't really think the LUT filter is suiting this video as much as that video. Taking your time to edit videos is very important, because it gives you time to think, not really overthink, because you're a race against the clock, for example, and oh, I only have 2 hours left and then the video has to be finished. So taking your time is crucial, because let's say that you want to apply certain effects on it and transitions, and for example lower thirds as well. What can happen is, if you have a time limit, you're just, for example, skipping these things, and that can make your videos less epic. Because what I always do is have a template ready. So what I do is I just create a blank Vegas project. I just drag in all the animations, the lower third of Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Twitch. I just put these ones in already. I also have this little thumbs up animation that you see right there. I also have that just in the project then, and then also the last thing, which is the subscribe button with the ping sound effect. All these things are elements you need to think about, and if you don't take the time to make your video, it's gonna come across all rushed and everything like that. So guys, I hope these tips were helpful to you. If that was helpful, make sure to drop a like down below. Let me know in the comments what your favorite step was. Thank you for the continued support. I'll catch you guys tomorrow with a brand new video on the channel as well, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video.